Yeah, 95.5 KLOS Breakfast with the Beatles. Those selections chosen by the Bangles. Thank you, girl.
Right.
Vicky wanted to hear that one.
Love
Every
it.
Little Thing, Susanna Hoffs, and Rain, Debbie and Sue wanted to hear that. Sue got 2 in that one. Sorry about
Whatever, piggy.
that. So, guys, any? Hey, you want to hear? She wants to hear Piggies.
I want to hear
It's on the
Piggies.
White House.
I do.
Yes,
I want to hear
Piggies.
Piggies. I do.
Any Beatles stories? You guys ever meet any of the Beatles?
Yes, actually.
Tell us.
We have several intersections, as it were. The most recent one, the Bangles were honored by LIPA, the Liverpool Institute
In
of
Liverpool,
Performing Arts
yeah.
in Liverpool, as
was
Companions was the name of the honorarium, and
Yeah.
which was sort of like the graduating class picks one artist that they felt inspired them that year, and we had gone and done a master class kind of really it was just a question and answer
Q&A,
kind of thing. Which was an incredible, wonderful experience. And the class, God bless them, thought that they had a good time too, and so they asked us to become companions of the school, which was a lovely thing. And so I did go over, and actually Michael Steele was there as well, and so of course we met Sir Paul.
Oh,
I wanted
And
to go, but I was 8 months pregnant,
was
so I was
very
not able to
pregnant.
travel, and very sad.
But it was interesting because Paula just had the baby Beatrice, and so I actually had a chance we discussed baby things. I told them that my sister was extremely pregnant and couldn't come and was very disappointed, and so she immediately started talking about, how to put the baby on schedule, and she's got to get this book. It's really great, and
Yes, I got a recommendation.
It was kind of fun actually.
wow.
It was
that's
sweet because it was held in the auditorium where George and Paul went to school. So he used to talk about how they would have, I can't remember what he called it. There was a day where they gave out all the honors at the end of the school year, and that was the only time that the boys and the girls were actually in the hall together. So they spent the whole
At the
time
same time.
scoping chicks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was that your first time in Liverpool?
No, not the first time in Liverpool, but the first time.
'Cause you had
in
gone
Liverpool
down to
with Sir
Liverpool,
Paul.
right?
We had
Yes,
gone down to
of
Liverpool.
course.
And up to Liverpool as well.
Anybody else meet a Beatle?
I know Danny, but
We
that's
know Danny.
that's.
You
yeah,
were
well,
on stage with Danny Harrison.
I've spent quite a bit of time with Danny.
He's a
and
cool cat.
And he's come to see the Bangles play many
Yeah, several
times.
times.
Isn't it scary though how much he looks like George?
It's
So much like
freaky.
George.
Oh,
So
It's beautiful.
I've
He's so beautiful.
I feel
gorgeous.
like through Danny that I have some closer connection to them because not only does he look so much, but he is so much like his dad
Yeah.
and his mom. But he sort of carries this little piece of their, I don't know.
Yeah, we had
Sort
him
of
on once, and
story with
it
him.
was a couple of times you just catch the right look, where he puts his hair behind his ears or something. And it looks
Yeah.
just, and he sounds like George.
He
Yeah.
does.
Really
That's
does.
It's
Actually,
amazing.
Such a lovely person.
George Harrison called me once,
Come on.
and he called me Vicky Bangle. So that's my
Bangle?
Twitter handle.
Wait,
Oh.
you didn't put that story first?
I know.
George Harrison.
I actually was
yeah.
now
right,
she's
Suzanne's
talking about
gonna-
this.
Oh, now she's trying to
no,
up
no,
the-
no,
up
no,
the-
no.
Ringo wrote me
I've
a
had
letter.
two
Yeah.
close. I once picked up
John
the
Lennon
phone
proposed
and
to
it
me.
was George on the phone calling for Jim Keltner, but I had a moment of shyness.
What, he had a
and
party
did-
line or something?
No, I was recording with Jim.
Okay.
Jim was playing drums on a thing I did
Mm-hmm.
in the 90s, and he just was calling for Jim. And Jim had actually said to me, part of the reason I'm doing this gig with you is that George was such a big fan of the Bangles, and I mean, who knew? I mean, you don't know these things, except we
Wow.
had heard
We
that
knew
George
that,
was
yeah.
a fan.
George is a fan.
We had heard
God bless
that,
him.
and Danny
In fact,
told me that
we
too.
signed that poster for Danny, remember?
Oh, we did when
we-
Danny was little.
When
was
Danny
very
was
little.
little, yeah. There's a George. We had heard from many people that George really liked us and was into our music and everything. And anyway, so I picked up the phone and I knew it was George. How do you not know? I mean, it sounded exactly.
Hello,
I don't want to
George.
do the imitation of his Jim Keltner.
George Harrison.
No, but he didn't. He didn't. I knew, and I just was like, there was a moment of me. I said, "Oh yes, Jim's here. Let me get him for you." That was my conversation with George. I mean, I couldn't. And then I was once somewhere, and Ringo. It was. I went to some music festival in Aspen, and Ringo was there too, and he was getting fitted for some ski equipment or something, and I just didn't have the nerve to talk to him either.
That's
But
random.
I did.
getting
That's
fitted for
random.
ski
That's
equipment.
random. I can't.
I know, but I
visualize that
did
one.
then, after kicking myself for not being too shy in both those moments, I did see Ringo another time at a party, and I went up to him and gushed so much that he finally got sick of hearing me gushing about it and said, "Okay,
Walked
great."
away.
It was no. He was. I couldn't help it, but he also knew the Bangles.
Yes.
So
Everybody
they knew
knew the
us.
Bangles.
and so
you
is
were the
Paul,
Beatles
actually.
you were
So
the
did
female
Paul.
Beatles of the 80s.
You
Oh
said
my
that.
God!
I know.
You said it.
I'm going to
already.
coin that.
Say that
phrase.
again.
So
Repeat
amazing.
yourself.
I'm not going to
But
say it
it's
anymore.
freaky when people that you love so much, a band that
I
you love
know.
so much, actually knows of your band. It's.
That is quite an
Pretty
amazing
awesome.
moment.
Now, why
Pretty
was
awesome.
George Harrison calling you?
Why do you think?
I can't go into
I
that.
don't
but-
know.
And this was the day of
Jamming with ukuleles or
answering
something?
phones. This was the answering machines.
Machine.
Sorry, this is the answering machines. So of course I wasn't home.
Oh, do you still have it?
I do.
Did you bring it in?
Hello, Vicky
Should have
Bangle.
brought it. You should have
Next
brought
time you come,
He goes,
could
"There's
you
no
bring
bleep.
that?
There's no bleep."
I have one where Ringo left a message for me, and I wasn't there, and I felt really. He made fun of me and everything. I saved
He made
it.
fun of you. Well, that's
Yeah.
good.
Yes.
That's all right then.
Chris Carter told me, "Oh, too late," and he hangs up. You know, it's kind of funny. Anyway, play another song for us,
Oh,
Okay.
sure.
please.
I guess we could do that.
What's this
Perhaps.
one? Is this a new one?
This is the
Yes.
title track.
Off the new record, Sweetheart of the Sun, Anna Lee.
Ready, guys? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Got a picture of you sitting in the kitchen without a stitch on. Beautiful and natural as can be. Later in the gloaming hours in the garden, painting flowers. All the boys, they flock to you. Wanna do more than talk to you right now. Don't you wanna be Maybe it was love and peace and living in the sweetest season. Wonderland, the sweetheart of the sun. Now we want to celebrate her, all of us who came in later. Quiet power, simple grace. No man can put you in your place right now. We all wanna be
Bangles. All right. Title track from their latest, Sweetheart of the Sun. Thank you so much, Bangles. We're going to take a quick break. Maybe pick a few more Beatles songs. How about solo Beatles songs?
Let's
you like
do
the
it.
solo stuff, right?
Yes.
Stick around. We'll be back after these important words about milk. When you find
Yes, also the Cherries record.